Hello everyone, this is Alan from GoThru, the best virtual tour platform for publishing to Google Street View and for creating amazing virtual tours like this one. In today's video, we're gonna talk about Google Trusted Photographers. And we're gonna go a bit in the history to understand what the Google Trusted Photographer was and what the Google Trusted Photographer is right now. Okay, so Google started the Google Street View publishing project back in 2011, but back then it was a small project, and it was just like United States and some, been done through some photographers that were picky held. And then in 2012, they opened up the publishing to Street View to photographers around the world. And whoever applied back then, they went through a training of about 2 weeks where they were providing you with documentation and then the camera required for the project. And you had to go through that documentation and take an exam, do some sample virtual tours and submit them to them. And you could fail that, and then you could actually go and redo the exam. So it was pretty hard in the beginning. The program started, and when you were approved to the project, then Google was adding you to the Google Highest Trusted Photographer list. So basically in here, you can go and pick a country. So I'm from Canada, so let's go and search for Canada. And then I am from Ontario and from Toronto. So few photographers. So in here, if you look, you will find me. So that was back then and what the Google Trusted Photographer was. Now, in the beginning, this was really good because Google actually added a button in the Google Map business page. So when you as a business owner log into your account, you had the button hire a trusted photographer to do the photo shoot for you and enhance your Google Map business page. So people were clicking on that, and then an email was sent, like they were selecting the same way I selected the country, the region and the city. It is selecting all that, and then they were sending, actually Google was sending an email to all these photographers in this list. And what was happening is people were start fighting for the lowest price. Because imagine, like in Toronto, there are so many photographers. If anyone sends an email, then it is just like the race to the bottom. Like basically, the business will pick who is the cheapest one. So that was till about 2017 when Google changed gear, and then they switched the project from run by them to actually creating an API and running the project through a third application like GoThru. And pretty much that was it. Like they still had back then the Google Trusted Photographer list, and you could join it, but they removed the button. So people, like businesses, were not able to so easily contact photographers. So actually the business, we had to learn about the project and then go on this page, find the photographer and send to multiple people. Now, that was still working between 2017 and 2019. You still could be added to the list, and all you had to do is just publish 50 360 images to Google Street View. And it was nice. In that time, between I think 2012 and 17, there were like probably 5 or 6 people in here, so it was not too crazy. But after that, there was you look at here, it's just nuts. Plus, there are on this page, the first 2, I think they are agencies. And actually, one agency is not even local, Toronto based. So, agency had this privileged status where they could be listed in multiple cities, which I don't think it's that nice for the local photographers, because the agency, what they do, they actually hire local photographers. Anyway, so that was back then. Now, in our times, what's happening is Google is not accepting any Google trusted photographers in the old way. They were not adding you to this list anymore. So you can do 50 images, publish to Google Street View, and you will not be added to this list. So to me, I don't see this list as having a value. And if we look in here, there is Alina, and then there's me. So Alina is my partner in business, and in life. So we are working together. And we are listed twice, basically, on this list. And I don't think we get any business from this list. We probably get 1 email per year, and we know that we got that email from this list because it's pretty much sending a BCC to everyone on the list. And on this list, this is not maintained. Some people are active, some people are not active anymore. Yeah, so the status of this list, I would not consider it very quality. Plus, if you're on this list, everyone that is doing anything in the 360 world is going to copy your email and send you an email with basically, buy our service. So that's another thing. So again, I would say this list at this moment is irrelevant because it does not give you any status, anything. It does not give you any business. So I would say, if you want to be a Google trusted photographer, what you have to do is just pick the camera that you can afford. Either buy a ready 360 camera, like an Insta360, or a Ricoh Teda. So buy your 360 camera or a DSLR, if you want higher quality. And then you just have to go and do sales. And that is where most of the people are struggling in this industry, actually selling the virtual tours. So regarding selling, that's another talk that we can have. That is core. If you are not good at sales, it's going to be hard for you to enter this the Google trusted photographer world. No, it's a good business. Look, and I would advise you learn how to do sales, because you can actually make a living from this. And we will have future videos in which we will explain how to charge for a Google trusted photographer, for a Google trusted 360 tour, and actually how to sell, like techniques, like what do you do? Like, do you go door to door? Do you send emails? You do cold calls, stuff like that. So, but it's we need to do, and how do you target people, stuff like that. So that I would say we will let for another day, another video. But I would say do not be concerned about the Google Trusted Photographer. That does nothing. And as long as you have a camera and you can sell virtual tours, then you're a Google Trusted Photographer. Okay, so that's it for today. And don't be disappointed that you are not actually on this list. It does not help you at all. Take care. Bye-bye.